So, good afternoon, everyone. So, my topic of discussion is going to be the mineral economics. And mineral economics is one of the very important topic in CBCS syllabus, both for the BSc as well as for the PG courses. For the BSc, it is in last or fifth semester, and in post graduation, it is in third semester. It is a part of our geology. So in mineral economics, what we discuss about is the various type of minerals. Those are critically very important for strategic point of view for a nation. So without going to more introductory part, let us drip down to the important part, that is what are the types of minerals those actually are for a national importance. So most important minerals is strategic mineral. So what are the strategic minerals? Strategic minerals are nothing but these are the minerals. We have those limited resource, we have the resource, but that is basically limited, and for that we actually depends on the various other nation, and we what we do, what we import from those nations. And these strategic mineral describe the total inadequacy of the resource. So for example, what we have, like we have vanadium, like what we can say uranium. Those are the very critical, very specific type of strategic minerals which we have, but we have the limited resource. Like you can if you want to give an example, like petroleum we have, but we have to export it from the various other country. So next is essential minerals. Essential minerals have sufficient kind of mineral deposit. We have the resource, we have the reserve, and we were not reliable to any other country to production of those minerals. So this is one of the type of minerals. And the last and the third type of category is nothing but the critical minerals. Critical minerals also, we have resource, we have a very less resource, but if we can work on it, if we can do exploration activities on it, if we can focus these, so we can change the scenario and we can produce by ourselves. So basically the critical minerals is like different for different country. India has more like 31 critical minerals. Before it was 30, but presently the government of India has also added the coking coal as a critical minerals because of production of steel and to support the infrastructure of our growing nation. So for if you see the world, like USA have 50 types of critical minerals. So these are the minerals that is based on the availability, based on the knowledge of geological setup. They have various kind of critical minerals uh, as per their convenience. So these minerals are basically very important for our fighting a war. If you can say, those critical minerals like vanadium, molybdenum, tungsten, these are the heavy metals, these are the heavy strong metals that has been used for fighting a war, because these are the basic material that produce the various basic type of requirement, like what we have, like armors, then and other many technological warfare, like we have artificial intelligence technology, then semiconductor technology. So these are minerals we need for the development of weapons. And also, so if we see the present scenario of the critical minerals, then presently what we have, these are governed by the MMDR Act, and the newly amended MMDR Act giving push towards the exploration of these critical minerals. And what we have today is we are gradually being exploring and having many opportunity to exploration for critical minerals. We have discussed about three type of minerals. The first is strategic minerals, that is representing the total inadequacy. Then the essential minerals, that is that we have sufficiency, and the critical mineral, that is we have is deficiency. Okay, so these three minerals known as war minerals. In order to fight a war, we have to always be prepared with the reserve of these minerals. So the critical minerals, in that critical minerals we also have a supply chain disruption possibility. So in order to fight those supply chain disruption, Government of India has various projects. The main project of the Government of India in order to fight those deficiency of those minerals like critical minerals is National Critical Mineral Mission Plan, in which within the 10 years the Government of India has given initiative to many exploration agencies like Geological Survey of India, like Mineral Exploration Consultancy Limited, and other NEPAs, that is notified private agencies, to explore, to have some report, the geological report like G4 report, G3 report, to of the number of blocks like 100 block we are going to generate within the 10 years. That is absolutely on critical minerals like rare earth element, vanadium, scandium, and other those which are very important to fight a war, to support our scientists for the cutting edge technology in the part of like semiconductor, in revolution, green energy revolution, for production of renewable energy source infrastructure, as well as our base level infrastructure like steel production. So this critical mineral mission plan is actually the main topic today, and these for because of this the Government of India is collaborating with various other nations like British Geological Survey and various and also we are having various exploration agency of Government of India which are working overseas to tackle these issues. Just like we have an organization like Kabil, which is exploring not only in India but also outside of India, like we can say the lithium triangle, that is Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile, and also it has been looking for the mineral rich block in Afghanistan and other Uzbekistan type of country. So what the motto is, if any time this supply chain disruption occur, then what we can have is we have our own reserve, as a result of which we can fight for those mineral, and we can supply those material for funding in war. So if we see the geology of India as a whole, then the geological setup we have is quite interesting to support our critical mineral mission plan. So the we can say the parts of India like Rajasthan, where the collision of continental boundaries are there, two cratons are colliding with each other. Those granitic craton have various kind of porphyry deposit, as well as that zone of Delhi supergroup is basically ripted, and because of rifting, there we can expect the Setex type, Mississippi Valley type, various kind of deposit. These are nothing but the types of deposit, a type, we can say a model. These are the models in which we are having the mineral deposit. So lead and zinc, it also belongs to a critical minerals now. So lead and zinc, these Rajasthan, these part of the country are basically geologically well set up for the production of lead and zinc, and the ore like galena, sulfide ore of galena. Then we are having sulfide ores of zinc like sphalerite. So these kind of ore are basically abundant there, and we are exploring gradually. So as well as, and if we can see the southern part, the Chitradurga cyst belt and those Dharwar craton. So these are basically very famous for orogenic and vein type gold deposit. So if you have heard about the Kolar gold field, these are the region with high economical importance in terms of gold and rare earth element. Also, if we see the eastern part, then we are having the Singhbum craton, which is juxtaposed to the Singhbum mobile belt, as well as these we can say the Eastern Ghat mobile belt, and these are basically part of where we are having much richer copper mineralization, porphyry type copper deposit. We are having granitic rocks there, tin, tungsten, and copper deposit we are having. And also nowadays vanadium is also very important, because in northeastern part, those are the reason where we are having vanadium within the laterite, within the philitic rocks like metamorphic rocks, as well as we are having graphite. So graphite or carbon is also a very critical minerals nowadays, because not it's many people think that the government of India is exploring graphite because of making we can say the pencils. No, it's not. It is very strategic, and if someone knows about the graphite, it is a highly important thing for a nuclear reactor, or we use these as a nuclear moderator. So government of India is not exploring graphite just because of pencil production. That is it's only because of the forming high level of grease, and high levels of nuclear moderator. We are planning to increase our nuclear reactor, and because of that, because of this actual these scenarios, the government of India has also given the Shanti bill, which is also allowing all the private participants to, in order to invest in those nuclear sector. So graphite, one of the most critical minerals. Vanadium is one of the most critical minerals. Then what we have is REE for semiconductor, and gallium, germanium. These are the very critical minerals we need for the cutting edge technology. Thank you.